Hello, everyone, and welcome to the University of Colorado Boulder. I am excited today to present to you all about this wonderful institution. To kick things off a little bit, I will introduce myself. My name is Aviva North, and I am an admission counselor here at CU Boulder. Currently, I cover a whole heck of a lot of states, which include the greater Pacific Northwest, so Alaska, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and then North and South Dakota. I also cover an area within Colorado called the Western Slope, which is sort of everything in the mountains and west. So to those of you who are in that area, I am super excited to meet and talk to you further if you have any other questions. To give you a brief overview on what exactly the University of Colorado Boulder is, to provide some sort of a snapshot and context for this university, we are a public four-year institution, as our name indicates. We are located in Boulder, Colorado, which is about 150,000. So it's this great little college town that, while being a nice smaller community and right next to the mountains, we are also only about 30 miles from Denver. So you get that small community and that sort of benefit while also being right next to a metropolitan area with a major airport, Red Rocks Amphitheater, and all of that good stuff. We are the flagship university of the University of Colorado system and arguably the best public school in the state of Colorado. So if you like the Rocky Mountains and want a great education, this is your place. We are a rather large school because we are the flagship. So we have about 29,000 undergraduates and 5,000 to 6,000 graduate students. So while we are large, we are primarily undergraduate focused, which really translates well to what your academic experience is going to look like here. Something that's worth noting too is that as a public institution, we are required to have 55% of our students be from the state of Colorado. So it provides a really good balance of lots of locals while also getting that global experience here. So I always appreciate this because no matter where you're coming from as a student, you're going to meet people from the same place as you and also get that global or local experience and perspective that maybe you didn't have before. Some of our most popular majors lie within our business and engineering programs. So this includes computer science, finance, and a lot of other engineering programs. I'll point out a little bit more about those colleges later, but some other popular programs include psychology, integrative physiology, which is a pre-health based biology program that we have, as well as economics. So being at this large university, you may wonder, how is that going to look like for my academics? Am I going to be sort of lost in this sea of a large university that at least in my perspective, was larger than the town that my family lives in right now? What exactly does that look like? So within the academic sphere, being a large university means you have so many options of things to study. It truly is just mind-blowing. We have over 100 different majors, and you can pick one or two to have a major, double major, minor, certificate. There are so many different ways to customize your degree here. There are majors I had never even heard of until I started working here, such as technology, arts and media, information science, aerospace engineering, lots of really cool options. And once you figure out your major and what you really want to study, all of our different colleges and programs have different methods of teaching based on the subject, but some quick overarching facts are that we have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and about 85% of our classes are under 50 students. So this means that you'll immediately get into those small classes where professors will know your name. You'll get to talk and interact about readings and projects that you're working on with other students and really find that community while you're here. As a flagship institution, we are a tier 1 research university. This basically just means we do a lot of research here. We have over 90 different research centers across campus, as well as 11 research institutes that employ 900 to 1,000 researchers, student, and staff here. So it's a big part of our culture here to do research and to make sure that our undergraduates are getting that experience here. I will talk a little bit more about study abroad later, but I also want to highlight that we have a huge emphasis on global learning here, whether that is our annual conference on world affairs or our different global experience sessions that you can take in different colleges. We really understand that an education goes well beyond the borders of Boulder, Colorado, and the US, and it's important to have that context. Our 100+ majors are housed in 7 different colleges and programs across the university. So the nice thing is this sort of splits students up and can make a larger university feel pretty small. A number of the programs you're seeing on the bottom are usually capped at a few hundred students for each incoming class. So this means you'll be in really small classes from the get-go. Our College of Engineering and Applied Science, as well as our Leeds School of Business, are well regarded as some of the best programs for these majors and areas of study in the Rocky Mountain region. So they tend to be slightly more competitive for admission, but there are still ways to get into those programs throughout your time at CU Boulder. Our College of Arts and Sciences is definitely our bread and butter on campus. It houses the natural sciences, arts and humanities, and social sciences. Beyond academics, we really try to foster a lot of community throughout the rest of your experience and time here. Sort of the best kept secret about college is not as much of your time is going to be in the classroom as it was in high school. So it's important that you're able to find that community in other ways while you're here. All first-year students are required to live on campus their first year here, and then after that, you will live off campus somewhere in the beautiful town of Boulder. And with this living experience, you are able to opt into different communities like residential academic programs, where you will be in the same residence hall as students who have a similar academic interest. So we have an arts and sciences honors residence hall, a global engineering, global studies, business, all sorts of options. And we also have living and learning communities, which are more lifestyle and identity based. This can include our Spectrum LLC for LGBTQ+ students and allies, and as well as our Outdoor Recreation LLC for those of you who want to be weekend warriors while you're here. We also have this really great community building program called our CU Lead Alliances. So each program in the academic sphere that you saw, music, environmental design, arts and sciences, have a Lead Alliance program within them. And it's a really unique set of academic support and opportunities for you to find that community of other students who want to seek that support and space while they're here. There's usually a scholarship component, and throughout the year and semester, you'll participate in service projects, group activities, retreats, all sorts of really fun ways to find your place here at CU Boulder. Beyond sort of that living experience, there are a lot of ways to make Boulder and the greater university feel like your home. Like I mentioned, Boulder is a really great small college town right near Denver. But I like to highlight sort of how independent we are of Denver. We have a huge entrepreneurship hub here. We call ourselves Silicon Alley for that exact reason. We have offices for Twitter and Google here. Pop Sockets originate here, Justin's Peanut Butter. So there is a lot of entrepreneurship happening within Boulder. And we also have a really thriving art scene, whether that's our Visual Art Center, different museums in Boulder, concerts. There is really a lot going on here, and the options are just amazing to take in. As I mentioned earlier, we do have a really robust study abroad program. What I enjoy about it is it's very flexible depending on the academic career that you're taking. So you can do a whole semester, a year, a summer. There are a lot of ways to fit it into your time here at CU Boulder. Now, what most people probably think of when they think of Boulder or Colorado as a greater whole is all of the outdoor activities that we have here. And this is just one glimpse into beautiful Boulder and all the stuff you can do here. Everything with a red roof in this picture is the University of Colorado Boulder. So it's right in the middle of town while also being sort of its own space within the city. You're not crossing downtown Boulder to get to and from classes or anything along those lines. And the opportunities here are just limitless, whether it's rock climbing, skiing at Eldora Mountain, or braving I-70 to go to Vail or Breckenridge, to even just riding your bike through our over 100 miles of bike paths in Boulder to go to the farmer's market or to go to Boulder Creek and go for a swim. There are so many different opportunities. So if you're interested in coming here, it's really important to think about what that is financially going to mean for your family and yourself. So this is our estimated cost of attendance for Colorado residents. Any questions about residency, feel free to ask me. Here is our estimated cost of attendance for non-residents, so those who do not live in Colorado. And these are both very large numbers, and we acknowledge that that is very difficult for a lot of people to pay. So here is a really helpful list we've compiled of a lot of different opportunities for students to find scholarship, financial aid opportunities. Something I really want to highlight for students who live in Colorado is to look into our CU Promise Grant that can help students who are Pell eligible. We also have our CU Lead Alliance that I mentioned before, and a lot of different scholarships through our admissions office, as well as our Office of Financial Aid. In regards to finding out more about CU Boulder, while we cannot visit right now, that's not really feasible, we have a lot of different options for students to partake in virtual information sessions, academic sessions, meet with me in a one-on-one appointment on Zoom or phone, as well as just take a virtual tour. So honestly, I think this is a really great resource that we should have had up a long time ago before this pandemic. So I really encourage you to look at all of these resources mentioned on this webpage. Now, in terms of actually applying, for those of you who are applying this year, really important and exciting to note that we are officially test optional for this year. Yay! So you do not have to submit an SAT or ACT to be considered for admission to CU Boulder. With that being said, we do take the common application like a lot of other schools do, and we have early action and regular decision. Early action is non-binding. You just apply earlier, you find out earlier. There's no real difference in our acceptance rate for either early or regular as well, but I try to encourage everyone and their mother to apply early action just because it is so much nicer to get that letter in January as opposed to March or April. We do have a lot of different options for financial based need for waiving enrollment deposits, working on getting those app waivers, anything along those lines. So feel free to contact me if you have more questions about that. With that being said, if you would like to contact me and stay in touch, I would love to chat with you about CU Boulder. Here's some information where you can find more about CU Boulder in general, get in touch with me, whatever you may need. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation and had as much fun watching it as I did making it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you on my Zoom or in my inbox soon. Skill Buffs.